What's it like having Kolton back out there and getting ready to roll?
Oh, it's nice, man. He's a huge piece of the offense. He's got a lot of experience, and then also he's just like one of our best friends. So having him back in the huddle, it's awesome.
What does he bring technically to the line? I mean, obviously he's a big dude out there, and he's kind of like the centerpiece, even though he's on the outside.
Yeah.
What does he bring more than just you'd see?
There's not a lot of people like him in the NFL and the world in general. Having a person who's that big and can move and bend the way he does he's a special person. And watching him go against Max and some of these players today, it's like, wow, he hasn't missed a beat, and he's been gone for so long. It was pretty cool.
I guess you guys have played together for so long, but there are some new pieces on the line. How important is it to have him just out there to practice, just for the communication purposes? He said he's fine to just step right in and play, but everybody's got to communicate out there.
Yeah, I think he's been doing a good job just studying and just staying in the playbook and keeping his mind in it. So when he's came in these last couple of days, he really hasn't missed a beat. And that's awesome. He's playing next to Cody, and Cody's obviously played in this system for a long time, so the communication has been great so far.
Third time you've kind of had to switch gears in terms of the offensive system, a new system this year. A, how's that process going? And B, is it drastically different than what you guys were doing last year?
Yeah, it's very different. I say it's a little similar to what we were doing with Gruden and all them, and I think it fits who we are as an offensive line. Athletic guys who are also big, who can move, and we're excited to run this zone. We're excited to do everything off of it, and we're excited to put it on film.
Andre, what would have been like your early impressions of the rookies on the line, DJ Glaze and Jackson? I know he's had to miss a lot of time, but what have you thought about them so far?
Yeah, DJ's been great. He's just been continuing to grow every day. Real quiet guy, but just comes and works. JPJ, he's been hurt, so we haven't seen too much of him. But he stayed focused and been in the meeting room, just absorbing everything. And then we're finally getting him back and seeing how he's doing, and he's been doing really good.
What has Jackson Powers Johnson brought in terms of not just the development as a player to the line, but just as a personality as well?
Yeah, he's got a big personality, and he's a great kid. He's really positive, and with everything that he's gone through these last couple weeks and months, I guess. So, and he stayed positive through it all, and that's great. So we're excited to get him back on the field and get him working and see how he grows.
What gives you the most confidence about this team going into the season?
I just think we've been able to adapt through everything, not knowing who the quarterback's going to be, just new pieces all around, learning a whole new offense. Just the guys' attitudes through it all has been the biggest notice. Just, no matter what we're going to do, we're just going to do it full speed, and we're going to correct it on film.
Last season you guys blocked for Jimmy and then Aiden, and Gardner likes to escape the pocket a lot more than those guys done. What's that like blocking for a quarterback who moves around a little bit more?
It's nice. It's nice to have those guys who can move around a little bit. It kind of makes the defense. It's not so much rush crush. You got to kind of respect the quarterback at that point, and having that you can kind of feel him being able to move the pocket and to play action and stuff that we're using. So it's nice.
Kind of the same question, but for Zamir White, obviously going into kind of him being the lead back, what are some adjustments you feel like you've had to make for blocking for him, and what are some things you think he's good at?
He's been hitting the hole, and he's been it's fun to watch him how in OTAs he was kind of learning and kind of getting used to all the run fits and seeing how we're going to block these things. And the last couple of weeks he's really grown a lot, and I think he's really starting to see it. So I'm excited for him.
How are you feeling about your communication and rapport with Gardner and how that's developing?
It's been great. Now that we finally have him as the number one quarterback, we've really gotten to start to get a lot more reps together, and I think we're just going to continue to grow.
Talked about some of the guys with big personalities. Jordan Meredith isn't really one of those. Like, just a quiet, nice guy. But he keeps just kind of hanging around. Like, what does he bring to this team and to the group?
Yeah, I love Jordan Meredith. He's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in this earth. Just super down to earth, just awesome. And I think it's been cool to watch him and how he's grown a lot. He's always one of the first dudes in that locker room, just trying to watch film, just trying to get better, always asking those questions. And to see him make this team, it's been awesome. I think one of the best thing he does in his pass protection, he can throw his hands, he can punch. And even like some of the older guys, like we take note of, we can take notes from him how he plays his game. And so it's been great.
All good.
Cool. Thank you guys.